Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nathaniel. I'm an iOS developer from Berlin, Germany. In this video, I want to do a review on 3 online bootcamps that I tried before I landed my first job in tech. So lately, some of you have been asking me which bootcamp should you go and which one is the best. There are pretty good online bootcamps that you can go to out there. And these ones, they're paid, so they're not free. And I tried 3 of them, and they have their pros and their cons. And since I'm a registered user on these platforms, I can show you something you wouldn't see when you're not a registered student or registered account. So hopefully after this video is going to make it, this video is going to make it easier for you to pick within this 3 or something else. And before we move on, I want to give a shout out to my friend Dorian. He's a YouTuber and also a self-taught software developer. He has an amazing story. He's a college dropout, a father. He started teaching himself how to code, and he landed a job, I think, a few months or years later. And he has been working as a software developer for 4 years now, and he's been creating some awesome online content on YouTube on tips and advice on how to become a better developer, how you can land your first job in software development. So just go to his channel and look at some of his content. They're really, really good. And don't forget to subscribe.
All right, so this is the landing page for registered users, Team Treehouse registered users. So here you have an overview of things that are in progress, so your courses that you are looking into. So the one I was doing currently was Intermediate Swift, but I think Swift is going to be retired soon from Team Treehouse platform. Maybe because there are not enough students that are interested in iOS development, or maybe they just don't have enough instructors. Whatever it may be, let's just continue. So we have what are in progress here. We have Python Basic I was also looking into, and Android app, and you have your recommended learning. So I think it's nothing here. Here you have bookmarks. So when you're browsing through the platform and you find something interesting, for example, here in library later, you can see all the courses. It's like the collection of courses Team Treehouse has to offer. And if you find something that you really like, you can just bookmark them, and they're all going to be available here. So here, because my subscription is paused, there's some things, there's certain things I cannot do, there's certain things that are blocked. So, but for this video and for this review, it should be enough. So here it is actually the tech degree. This is the main bootcamp program. Actually, Treehouse has to offer bootcamp style programs that prepare you for a high-paying career in tech. So you can try it for free for 7 days, and afterwards you start paying 200 euros per month. All right, so what else do we have? And here are the tech degree. So here you have front-end development, full stack, Python, UX design, and PHP. So Team Treehouse had iOS development in the past. So during my time in Team Treehouse, learning at Team Treehouse, there was iOS development, but it's no longer available. So if you are into iOS development, unfortunately, Team Treehouse is not for you anymore. So here is just a table that compares the Udacity and General Assembly. What else do we have? We can go back. Tracks for stuff. Let's go to the tracks. So the tracks is just I think just a collection of customized courses. Everything that has to do with front-end development is being stacked here. That's 57 hours, and we have beginning Python. If you're beginning Python, you just want to go through, let's say, stack of beginner course in Python. Then you just go here for full stack Java development, JavaScript. We have that here, and so they're pretty. You have Ruby on Rails, object-oriented PHP, And yeah, I think iOS, let's go. iOS should be, yeah, exactly. This track will be retired on May 31st. Yeah, let's go to the libraries. So I think the libraries is, yeah, a catalog of every courses or every topics Team Treehouse has to offer. So you can just go through them by yourself, and you can look for Android development. And these are like, you have them separated, and you can go through the ones. Maybe you don't want to go through the tracks. You want to pick and choose which course you want to look into by yourself. Then you can just go through the library and do that. All right, so we have the community. So here's a place where you can ask questions when you're stuck in a project, stuck in a challenge, and you can just search for whatever you want and also ask questions here. Here you have your workspace. There's a fully browser-based code editor, which is actually really cool and handy. So if you want to try out something, write some code, you don't have to open your third-party code editor. I think a Visual Code for many people using in the web development. So if you're in iOS, you'll be using Xcode, and Android, you'll be using Android Studio. In the sandbox, you can just start working, create a workspace. Let's say an iOS development workspace, and just start adding code, writing code here. And you can also share your workspace with other students or with your instructors, so which is actually pretty handy. And so let's go into the profile. So here we have your points. So whenever you finish a course, you finish a challenge, a quiz, you always get points, which actually also cool. So everything you do gets tracked. Here you have your achievements, so you get some kind of badges whenever you finish a course, which actually also cool. So very colorful. Whenever you finish something, you always get rewarded, and that also always makes you want to come back or try out new stuff, and pushes you to finish the challenges or courses. All right, so let's go to the next side, subscription, and you have for the default or the cheapest subscription, you have this courses, interactive tools. So you have the courses plus, €50 or $50 per month, and you can download the courses, and also have some other nice to have features. And this is the big one, tech degree, where you can do the real bootcamp thing. And when you're done, you have 12 real world projects, and you can add those things to your CV. It's a monthly payment, so if you want, you can just quit in a month. All right, let's go into tech degree subscription is paused, but we can still look into something like this, Python basic. Let's resume. And yeah, this is actually how it would look like. You can see the presentation is very colorful, animations, which I really like. I think software development is hard enough, and having this kind of elements in there makes it a little bit, let's say, soft and relaxed, and so a little bit chilled. And I think this brings a much better atmosphere when everything's just black and white. So this is more or less the, let's say, progress view, progress bar. You can see what's next after you finish one course. And then you have like in between you also have objectives and challenges, code challenge. All right, so for me to do that, I need to unpause my subscription. And here you can see it's a little bit dark, but you can just see code editor. So when you're doing a course, you have this you have a challenge, you have to type in your code and show the review, and I think there's a compiler that just checks if you did everything right, and if that's the case, you can go to the next course and you get points. Everything looks really shiny and colorful. All right, and
take a second and think about
yeah,
applications that you use. Just about every one of them.
yeah. So this is what I mentioned regarding the animations. So you can see it's really cool. You have these animations, and that really makes things, to try to make things as simple, as down to earth as possible. So you can download them if you have the I think the Course Plus subscription. You can download videos. You have the video transcript, and you also have questions here from students. And you also have if you have a workspace regarding this workspace, Python workspace, you can also see them here. On this place, we have the, let's say, notifications. So whenever there are new episodes, new courses, special announcement, events, you can see those things here. All right, that's it for Team Treehouse. Let's go to Udacity. Here we're on the landing page for Udacity for registered users. Udacity has some fancy programs that you can do. So you have like autonomous systems. For example, you have self-driving car courses, robotic courses. So there are many things that they have to offer. They have to offer that you cannot find anywhere else. All right, let's look what we have when you go to your classroom. So here in your classroom, like also in Treehouse, you have a dashboard, like an overview of things you've been doing lately. And here's a nano-degree program that I did. It was like in 2018. And it's just an introduction to programming with HTML, CSS, jQuery, JavaScript, and so on. So go to program home. Yeah, so this is how it's going to look like when you're doing. So in Treehouse it was tech degree, and here in Udacity is nano degree. So this is a small nano degree program. It's not one of the big ones. So it's just a small one that introduces you to programming, and here you can learn to code, right? Your first project, and make a stylish website, view lesson, and let's see, what else do we have? Let's go back here, discover your path, and for your final project, when you're almost done with the intro to programming, you get a final project. So it can be front-end development, back-end mobile programming, or data analysis. So I think I chose web development. So yeah, I built a memory game, and it was pretty challenging. So you can learn the code. Let's see some of the HTML basics. View lessons, and was HTML intro to HTML tags. Yeah, so
HTML markup is made up of things called tags.
Yeah, so you have like videos, which is also pretty cool. And I think you also have like some kind of challenges. Reset. Yeah, exactly. Here you can then enter as a challenge. You can then enter what you want. This bold. Slash. Boom. Yeah. Here you have a certificate. You can view your certificate, and this was mine. It's mine, March 31st, 2018, Udacity Intro to Programming. So Udacity is actually for those of you who are looking for some really fancy, let's say, AI for healthcare or deep learning, flying car and autonomous flight engineer, self-driving car engineer, intro to self-driving cars, robotic. So these are things that Udacity offers, and it's not easy to find boot camps that offer something as fancy as this. All right, so the last bootcamp review is Openclassrooms. So I spend most of my time with Openclassrooms, and actually when I was 4 months in, I got a job. So that's why I quit, because I had like another 8 months left to finish the bootcamp. But I decided to quit because it was quite pricey. And yeah, so here is the dashboard, and you can see it doesn't look as fancy as Udacity and Treehouse, but it is what it is. And here is what you get. You can see the courses and see your progress and see some of the certificates you get. So my courses and course certificates. So you have the things you can do here, recently published courses, and my path. I was in the iOS path, but like I said, I didn't finish. So let's go to the path and see what we have here. So Openclassrooms has some really nice courses, and you have software architect. All of them have web development. You have also Salesforce developer, .NET framework for C#, and yeah, data analysts, Android development. And all right, let's go to the full stack web development and see what we have. So you have 12 months, takes approximately 12 months to finish. It's actually pretty long for a bootcamp. And that's actually why I chose to do the Openclassrooms bootcamps, because it was 12 months and I want to get as much as I didn't want to just rush my way through the bootcamp. The other ones were always like 4 months, 6 months. And then I found Openclassrooms that was 12 months. I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I want. Something that's lengthy and I can take my time and learn as much as possible. And you have a personal mentor. Udacity and Treehouse also has personal mentor, but Openclassrooms is a little bit special. So each week you can book a video meeting, and you can have like a personal one-on-one with your mentor, which is actually really cool. And one of the things Openclassrooms boasts with is the job guarantee in 6 months. So after you graduate at Openclassrooms, if you don't get a job within 6 months, you're going to get your money back. So they are so confident in their product that they are actually saying, if you don't get a job, if you graduate at one of our programs, you don't get a job, you get all your money back. And yeah, you have a job guarantee. So after you're done, you start applying. You have to prove, of course, I think you have to prove that you're applying. And if you don't get a job, you get your money back. And you also have a bachelor level diploma. I never understood exactly what this meant, but it's supposed to be some kind of diploma that has the same weight as computer science diploma. I don't know exactly how that works, but I think that's what it claims. So you have then 9 projects. Maybe we can look into it a little bit more. Your diploma. Openclassrooms is an official private distance learning establishment. Open completion, full stack bachelor level diploma. Okay, but whatever. It's at least it's something you can take with you when you graduate. All right. So what else do we have? Yeah, I want to talk about personal mentor. So whenever you do a project, you going to upload your project, and then mentor or a tutor is going to be assigned to your project. You're going to have a video chat with that mentor, and you're going to do a technical review with your project. So you're going to be having this video chat where you're going to explain what you did in your project, why you decided to do it the way you did it, and if there were other ways of doing it. And you just have to, yeah, it's almost like the same thing you're going to experience when in real life, when you apply for a job and you get a code challenge, and after doing the code challenge you go to the technical review or technical interview, and you have to like show what you review what you did on your code. And this is something I think is very helpful, and it prepares you for actually the real thing when you go out and start applying for a job. And that was very helpful for me to try to explain what I did in my code. So for every project, you're gonna get another mentor assigned to you. So it's not always the same person. And so anytime you have to review something, you get a new mentor assigned. Not your dedicated mentor, that's someone else, that's not your personal mentor. That's the one you have weekly 1 hour video session with. But for the project, you get a separate mentor. For every project, you get a separate mentor or separate instructor who you have to do the code review with. And that is really, really amazing. Maybe they don't no longer offer do this kind of stuff, but when I did that in 2019, Openclassrooms in 2019, I was able to, so they were offering this in 2019. So I don't know as of today, I don't know if it's still the case, but I find it very, very, very useful. And yeah, so go to my courses, learn JavaScript. Yeah, here you also have like a progress bar where you can see all the things that this course has to offer. You also have quiz. It's not as pretty as Team Treehouse, however, it's still really good. And so you can just do this, and when you're done, you can then submit, and the system checks if you have enough points. If that's the case, then you can go to the next section or the next course. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So Openclassrooms provide a lot of in-house documentation, in-house information regarding certain topics, and which I really find great. So for example, if you are looking into something that managing errors, exceptions, and they have a lot of things. I don't know if they copied it from somewhere else, but at least in here you can read through a lot of things that has to do with the topic. And what I was experiencing in other boot camps was like they will have like 3 lines of what the topic's about, and then we have a link to the official website for this topic, and then you have to go there and read through the documentation and then come back here. But Openclassrooms does a great job in showing you as much as possible so that you can stay here in your platform and get the most out of the course within the program, within the platform. So one of the best experience I had during my time at Openclassrooms was the relationship I had with my mentor. His name is Erk. I want to give a shout out to Erk. He is an amazing mentor. I remember when I was having some issues fixing the bugs in my project, or when I was stuck in challenges or having self-doubt. Erk was always there to help, was always there to support, even outside of his working hours and working time. So we had our regular a 1 hour session, video session every week. But he always told me that I could reach out to him whenever I want, and we had our private session, and he helped me with the problems that I was facing. So, Eric, thank you very much for your support. Thank you for everything. You are a blessing. Thank you very much. By the way, I had a chat with Eric a few weeks ago. He's open to anybody who is into iOS development and looking for a mentor. So if you're in iOS development or you want to switch to iOS development, just and you're looking for a mentor, reach out to Eric. I will leave his LinkedIn account in the description section below. Thank you very much, Eric. So we've done for the review. Let's do a quick recap for the 3 online boot camps. So for those of you who have a tight budget, I would recommend Team Treehouse. Apart from iOS development, they actually have a lot of stuff that you can learn there on their platform. And for people who are interested in some fancy stuff like self-driving car and robotics, I would recommend Udacity. It's a little bit pricier than Team Treehouse, but you get, like I said, this very special programs that you won't get anywhere else. And then Openclassrooms is for people who are actually looking to do an extensive boot camp. So if you want something that takes more than just the regular 3 or 6 months that you get from the other boot camps, you should definitely try Openclassrooms. It takes 12 months. If you don't get a job after you graduate, you're going to get all your money back. And that's actually something that's really, really good. You also have a personal mentor you can meet every week for at least an hour through a video chat. And then you have the opportunity to review your code on a video chat to other instructors, which is, I find, really amazing. And that actually makes you job prepared when you are doing code challenges and you have to review your code to the company that's hiring you. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this review is going to be something that give you some insight regarding these 3 boot camps. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below. I am always ready to answer your questions. Thank you very much, and God bless. Bye bye.